Anambra State government commences perimeter fencing of International Leisure Park at Agulu Lake. Police nabbed 6 suspected members of criminal gang at Eziowele, Idemili North Council area. United Kingdom places Nigeria on red list of recruitment for health and social care workers. United States deploys naval destroyer into China-claimed waters as tension escalates between China and Taiwan. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening. Welcome to the evening news right here on ABS Television. I am Priska Wanko. Perimeter fencing of the International Leisure Park in Agulu Lake, an Ocha local government area, has commenced. The Anambra State Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Comrade Don Onyenji, while interacting with some journalists in his office in Okar on the development, stated that there will be activities in the area by the end of this year. The report.
The commissioner also listed other tourism sites which will soon be developed to include Oba Cave, Owere Ezukana, and its waterfalls, Zik Museum in Onitsha, Ojukwu Bunker at Amoka, National Museum Center at Ibuhu, among others. The commissioner said in achieving this, the state government will be using public, private, community partnership to ensure success in the management of those facilities. Commissioner Onyenji noted that tourism will help to promote the culture of the people and boost organic agriculture for healthy living. He also maintained that tourism is a major means of revenue generation for most countries, adding that such is what Governor Soludo's administration is targeting in Anambra State. Commissioner Onyenji commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his efforts in developing every sector of the state's economy simultaneously and urged Indian Anambra to continue to support him to do more for the state.
A non-governmental organization, Advocacy for Peace and Value Reorientation, which is based in Abuja, has presented an award of integrity stewardship to the head of service of Anambra State, Barrister Theodora Iwebwe. The organization is made up of professionals and skilled volunteers working towards free corrupt society, promoting ethical leadership and awakening the spirit of quality service delivery amongst the citizenry. Details of this report from here.
The organization has 100 professional volunteers working towards the realization of its goal. The executive director of the organization, Mr. Abubakar Oyibo, while delivering an address during the award presentation, pointed out that the organization conducted a confidential independent assessment of government ministries, departments and agencies across Southeast geopolitical zone. And the head of service of Anambra State, Barrister Igwebwe, came out outstanding in terms of developmental policy performance, civil service reforms, display of ethical leadership, public accessibility, and commitment to the rule of law. He pointed out that the award is expected to spur the head of service to continue to render selfless service to humanity and also focus more on the effective delivery of sound developmental policies of the government, which will lead to the achievement of the transformation agenda of the Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Responding, the head of service, Barrister Igwebwe, who described the award as a surprise, reassured of continuous quality service delivery, in addition to bringing positive reforms in the civil service. The occasion was attended by the Permanent Secretary, Establishment and Pension Office of the Head of Service, Mrs. Carol Njaka, the Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Justice, Barrister Ngozi Iwuno, and the Management Staff Office of the Head of Service.
Some parishioners of Agwata Diocese of the Anglican Communion yesterday converged at the Cathedral Church of St. John, Ipulobia, for a special service to mark Easter. This service was also used by various families to thank God for his mercies and blessings on them. Details of this report from here.
In a sermon, the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, described the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ as a mystery, which is also the hope of Christians. Bishop Ezeofor, who cautioned those who are yet to believe that there is resurrection, charged the faithful to always bear good testimonies about Jesus Christ. He urged the faithful to jettison those acts that contradict their faith and believe in God, reminding them that man was not created by God to go to hell. Bishop Ezeofor, who is also the national chairman of the Evangelical Fellowship in the Anglican Communion, EFAC Nigeria, reminded the faithful that heaven and earth is real, charged ministers of God to always preach the gospel of salvation to save the faithful from going astray. In a remark, the administrator of the Cathedral Church of St. John, Ekulobia, Venerable Ifeanyi Chukwu Oguli, who described Easter as the foundation of Christianity, urged Christians not to compromise their faith because of life challenges.
It is quite a reminder to us, Christians, whenever we are in Easter season, it reminds us of Jesus' suffering for our redemption, that it will now encourage us to live a sanitized life, a Christian life to the core, not behaving anyhow. If we recall to the fact that Jesus suffered, he died, not just that he died a shameful death on the cross, the most shameful death one can have here on earth, and very painful for that matter. Indeed, if we remember that, we will give all that we can, all that we have, all that is around us, in order to keep his word.
The service, which was conducted by Venerable Canon Tony Okeke, featured special anthem by the choir and thanksgiving by the family of Bishop Ezeofor on the successful completion of 1 year mandatory national youth service of their son, Master Prosper Ezeofor, in northern Nigeria.
The police in Anambra State has recorded a breakthrough in this onslaught against criminals with the arrest of 6 members of a notorious criminal gang that have been terrorizing Eziowele community and its environs for a long time. It was gathered that the criminals were rounded up after the State Commissioner of Police, Echeng, received reports about their criminal activities in the area. Details of this report from here.
From the daredevil members of the gang were weapons which includes pump-action rifles and other dangerous weapons which they use for their operations. According to sources, members of the notorious gang have for long been involved in kidnapping, robbing, intimidating, and harassment of people in the community. They were also alleged to have broken into homes of prominent individuals in the community, stolen their properties, raped female members of their families, and kidnapped others who were later forced to part with huge sums of money as ransom. According to sources, they made the town so hot that many indigenes both in Nigeria and abroad ran away from their homes for fear of being kidnapped and forced to pay ransom. It was learned that some of their victims were not only abducted at midnight but were also tortured, harassed, and intimidated into parting with huge sums of money to buy their freedom. Sources say that when report of their criminal activities was received by the Commissioner of Police, Echeng, he swiftly directed his men to swing into action and round up all the criminals involved in the nefarious acts. Their operations reportedly paid off after operatives of the State Command stormed the town and rounded up the suspects. This, according to sources, was after they gave the police team stiff resistance and confronted them with hot exchange of firepower that lasted for hours. It was gathered that the police team succeeded in routing them and arrested 6 of their kingpins, while others escaped with serious bullet wounds.
The leadership of the Nigerian police force is not turning their face back towards that. We have an app called Police Rescue Me app that if you have an Android phone, you can just quickly go to your Play Store, type Police Rescue Me app. It helps to check fake news.
When contacted by ABS, the Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer Tochfu Ikenga confirmed the report and said investigation is continuing into the area.
The Transition Committee Chairman of Njikoka Local Government Area, Mr. Clem Agui, has tasked community leaders on building and sustaining peace for grassroots development, reminding the people that crisis retards development of any community or society. Correspondent Joseph Ibocha takes the story from here.
Council boss gave the task and reminder while declaring open the 2023 Central Executive Council meeting of Enugu-Agede Brotherly Union Nigeria held at Enugu-Agede Secretariat Complex, Enugu-Agede, with the theme Mending the Crack on the Wall of Our Brotherhood. Addressing the participants, including those who joined the meeting virtually, Mr. Agui, who expressed support to sustaining peace in Enugu-Agede community, urged the town union leadership to remedy past wrongs and show commitment to avoiding a repeat, even as he commended peace, infrastructural and other developments observed in the community within a short period. The TC chairman equally tasked people of the area on hygiene and reminded them that waste management and environmental cleanliness are central in Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration's policies and programs.
I'm very impressed by the effort they are making so far in both infrastructure development and also ensuring that there's security in Enugu-Agede. And also very impressed by the fact that they're even working very hard to make sure that there's unity in Enugu-Agede to heal the cracks that we find out in the town. And they're doing very well. All I can do is encourage them and encourage also the other people who are not forthcoming in embracing peace to embrace peace, because without peace you cannot get development, no matter what the argument is. Peace first, and then other things will follow.
In his remarks, the President General of Enugu-Agede Brotherly Union Nigeria, Mr. Chukwuebuka Onuora, who called for support of his people to achieve more for the community, listed achievements made in ensuring security in the community and promised not to renege on promises made. He commended Governor Soludo for his exceptional leadership style, which he said has helped to enthrone peace in most communities in the state, and called on the government to assist in addressing various challenges facing the community.
Most of their time by taking most of the decisions they important for Enugu-Agede. But this government can never betray them. In I do transparent. All I need and I can and I make a letter to you. When I watch the Canadian Nabiano, Bob knows in Jesus' name.
A former President General of the community, Engineer Samuel Orebunan, said that the first Central Executive meeting under Mr. Onuora was an opportunity to show the support of Enugu-Agede people and called for the support of Ndi Enugu-Agede in developing the community.
We feel we have to come and support him, and we feel we have to come and bring Ajanuku because now Ndi Igbo no ever maka na angolele. My prayer is that God will give him more strength, give him more energy. We'll finish here the entire hall.
From Enugu-Agede in Njikoka local government area, Joseph Ebosha reporting for ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, United Kingdom targets Nigeria for recruitment of health social care workers. United States deploys naval destroyer into China-claimed waters as tension escalates between China and Taiwan. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after now. Stay tuned.
A peak protein breakfast gets you up to a great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes through his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a Peak Protein Breakfast. Peak. House refreshment is goodness to go round. Introducing the Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment, which contains fresh cow milk. Enjoy Full House goodness filled with essential vitamin and minerals. Peak, reach for your peak.
You're welcome back to the news. And now from the international scene, the United Kingdom has placed Nigeria on the red list of countries that should not be actively targeted for recruitment by health and social care workers. This is coming 1 month after the World Health Organization listed 55 countries, including Nigeria, facing the most pressing health workforce challenges related to universal health coverage. The United Kingdom government said Nigeria and other countries on the red list should not be actively targeted for recruitment by health and social care employers unless there was a government-to-government agreement. According to the information obtained from the website of the UK government titled Code of Practice for the International Recruitment of Health and Social Care Personnel in England, it said country identification follows the methodology obtained in a 10-year review of relevance and effectiveness of the World Health Organization Global Code of Practice on the international recruitment of health personnel. The National Pension Commission, PENCON, has drawn the attention of the Nigerian public to the illicit activities of the Association of Pension Desk Practitioners of Nigeria, ASUPEP, which claims to be resolving pension issues and assisting retirees in securing their retirement benefits. Head of Department Corporate Communications of PENCOM, Mr. Abdul Kadir Dahiru, in a statement said the claims by the association are entirely false, as it has no affiliation with the pension industry, no authorization of any kind whatsoever from PENCOM. Dahiru maintained that licensed pension fund operators, LPFOs, who are statutorily mandated to undertake the processing and payment of retirement benefits, are not associated with ASUPEP in any way. He stressed that the Commission strongly advised workers, retirees, pension desk officers, and everyone approached by the association with claims of consulting with their pension fund administrators, PFAs, and PENCOM for guidance and assistance in respect of their retirement benefits to exercise caution, as any interaction with the association would be at the individual's own risk. He added that PENCOM has in the meantime reported the activities of ASUPEP to law enforcement agencies for appropriate action. China simulated sealing off Taiwan during a third day of war games around the South-Rhode Island as the United States deployed a naval destroyer into Beijing-claimed waters in a show of force. China launched the exercises in response to Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen's meeting with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy last week, an encounter he had warned would provoke a furious response. After 2 days of exercises that included simulating targeted strikes in Taiwan and in segments of the island, the Chinese military said the war games also included sealing it off, and a state media report said dozens of planes had practiced an aerial blockade. One of China's 2 aircraft carriers, the Shandong, also participated in the exercise, the military added. The United States, which had repeatedly called for China to show restraint, sent the USS Milos guided missile destroyer through contested parts of the South China Sea. He added that the vessel had passed near the Spratly Islands, an archipelago claimed by China, Taiwan, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei. It is about 1,300 kilometers from Taiwan. Leicester City defender Ashley Plumtree has expressed optimism that the Super Falcons will make a magnificent performance at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Super Falcons defender, who made her senior Nigeria debut in February 2022, disclosed this to NFF TV. The Super Falcons are among the 32 countries that will compete for honors in Australia and New Zealand this summer. The Super Falcons will face co-hosts Australia, Canada, and the Republic of Ireland in the Group B stage. The Super Falcons defeated Haiti 2-1 in a friendly last Friday. However, the team will face New Zealand in another friendly tomorrow. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/ABS Television Oka and follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Anambra State government has commenced perimeter fencing of International Leisure Park at Agulu Lake. Police have nabbed 6 suspected members of criminal gang at Eziowele, Idemili North Council area. United Kingdom has placed Nigeria on red list of recruitment for health and social care workers. United States has deployed a naval destroyer into China-claimed waters as tension escalates between China and Taiwan. Governor Chukwu Masoludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the evening news right now on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good evening and have a wonderful night rest.